So here we have one of the most fascinating little animals on the planet. Its little spikes are actually modified hairs, and here in Europe, they actually rub toad venom on their spines. Now, this is a pretty well-known animal, and I reckon that we should leave this guy alone. So, let's talk about some of the animals that we don't really hear about. In the cold and harsh Asian steppe lives an animal that is a living relic from the Ice Age. Its most defining feature is its unique shaped nose, but like everything in nature, it has a very good function to serve. Because in the summer, there's a lot of dust and sand that comes off of the grassland as the wind blows, the dry season, everything. And in the winter, it has the opposite effect. The harsh steppe winters can be extremely cold, and their nose helps to warm up the air before it gets to the lungs. Now, the animal that I'm talking about is the saiga antelope. The saiga is a migratory animal, migrating over long distances searching for food, mainly in Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and parts of Russia. Now, their nose also has a second function for males, because the larger their nose, the more attractive they are to females, because, of course, they are. I mean, I kinda wish that that's how it worked with people, with... Now, the saiga has had some very difficult times due to humans. They were nearly hunted to extinction, primarily for their horns, which were used for traditional Eastern medicines. By the 2000s, their population was less than 50,000, which is very little for an animal that depends on traveling in large herds. But their population came back to around 400,000 by 2015. But then, due to warmer climates, a certain bacteria in their guts that normally doesn't harm them could now thrive and grow more than it usually did, which harmed and killed a lot of them, leading to around half of the population getting killed. Now, despite these challenges, today the saiga has made an incredible comeback, with nearly 1 million individuals estimated in the wild. They have been reclassified from critically endangered to just nearly threatened. Now, this is incredible progress for a species to make back up from where it dropped down to. It's an incredible story, but let's move on to the next animal, which is probably the most powerful animal that you have never heard about. When we think of powerful animals, we think of bears, tigers, lions, sharks, crocodiles, but none of them can compare to an animal that at first might not look like much, but once you understand its secret weapon, you'll understand why this little crustacean is no joke. Its secret weapon is its claws, which can be closed at around 60 miles per hour, which creates a bubble that forms within mere moments and is again destroyed. This creates a bubble burst so powerful it can kill small fish and crabs. This burst also creates a burst of light and incredible heat for a single moment. In fact, it can create heat that reaches the surface of the sun level heat. Now, this heat lasts for a very small second, but as far as I know, really nothing other than the mantis shrimp can create something like this in the natural world. But anyways, let's move on to the next animal. In the rainforests of In the rainforests of Southeast Asia and Sri Lanka lives one of the most peculiar and unique little mammals in the world. The loris, or nickname slow loris. These guys are arboreal and very slow moving, hence their nickname. They are almost exclusively insectivores, but they also eat fruits from time to time. But that's not why I'm talking about this nocturnal little primate. It is because this is the only venomous primate in the world. And the place where it gets its venom is also located on an extremely unique place. And it's not what most of you are thinking right now. Because it is located on the loris's elbow. So how the loris gets its venom, it licks its elbow and mixes the venom with the saliva, and now once it bites a certain predator or maybe even a prey, the prey will die, or at least be hurt and not want to attack the loris. This is a pretty effective defense mechanism that defends against most predators, although orangutans have been known to eat lorises. Now, I don't know what's more impressive, folks. The fact that they have venom on their elbows, or the fact that they can lick their elbows. I mean, come on. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Now, let's go to the strange and wonderful place down under, where some of the most unique, magnificent, special little animals live, and one that you have probably not really heard of that much is the numbat. This little guy exclusively eats termites, and it is the only marsupial that does so. And for this reason, because they have a very small prey that they need to catch a lot of every day, they are pretty much up all day, which is, again, a unique thing. Most marsupials aren't active all day. A single adult numbat can eat up to 20,000 termites every day. Now, it gets the termites by digging up loose ground and then sticking its very sticky, long tongue in the ground to catch them. A bit like the anteater, but it doesn't have the very strange nose. And it's a lot smaller as well. But anyways, the numbat is unfortunately under threat and classified as endangered. They used to inhabit pretty much all of the southern area of Australia, but now they really only inhabit two places in southwestern and southeastern Australia. In the extremely harsh and cold forests of the Himalayas lives probably the most unique looking primate in the world. They look like something that James Cameron would cook up for his new Avatar movie. And they actually have a pretty unique hierarchy. I don't know how many times I've said unique in this video so far, but it has to be a lot. Anyways, they have a pretty unique social hierarchy, with one male units consisting of between 5 to 10 individuals, but these little one male units can come together to form giant troops or bands of up to 600 individuals, which is absolutely insane. Now, it is so cold in their habitats for most of the year that they sleep in clusters, which help to conserve body heat. They are pretty much exclusively herbivores. Their diet changes with the seasons. In the colder seasons, between November and April, they will pretty much eat only lichens. Between May and July, they will eat some leaves with their lichens. And in August and October, get ready, because on top of all of that, they will have fruits. This monkey is called the golden snub-nosed monkey. It is possibly the most fascinating looking animal I have ever seen, and I would love to see one in the wild, as well as, you know, pretty much any other animal that I listed on this little list here. And there's an infinite amount of unique animals to talk about. If you want a part 2 to this video, then like and comment, hey, I would like a part 2 or something like that. Also, if you enjoyed, then, yeah, you know, you can consider subscribing if you want to. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be out soon. So yeah, goodbye everybody.